Hello, once again, this is yours truly, Clarissa, Talaga for Lifestyle Lucena. I missed you. The holidays that went consecutively had enabled me to stay out of the computer. Nako, yan ang one of the things that I'm really watching out. I would hate it if somebody will say that I have become addicted and dependent on computers, that I stopped relating to real people with flesh and blood who can talk back, who can ask hard and stressful questions, diba? And in place of this bulb, of this glass, which of course is called the camera lens, the 5 days, or yeah, the 5 day break away from the lens of the camera is a good breather, actually. True enough, after I have get back the use of computers and the internet, it's a pleasant surprise to be excited once again to open it and then to find old friends filtering back. First, I want to say thank you to Kuya BA. We're in the same city, Lucena City, pero hindi kami nagkikita. That's how weird it is. Tapos, I enjoyed looking at the higher ground adventure pictures. Of course, nandun sila Ate Cheat, nandun mga nakasawa ko who remain to be my dear, dear friends. Even if it's just a one-way estimation, it's a one-way fondness and relationship, that's okay because you guys have brought something real to me that doesn't depend on whether you return my good feelings for you, my attachments to you. Of course, words are cheap because in the last more than 12 months, I stayed away from being with them, and this in spite of their invitations. Incidentally, that's the feeling that I have now. I can relate to a passage I read in the Bible this weekend. It's about the prodigal son, the return of the prodigal son. I went over some pictures that brought some nostalgia. I should say, guwapo pa rin si Kuya Juntan. Macho pa rin si Kuya Christian. And of course, sila Kuya Densyo. I'm really bugged by this compulsion. Not obsessively, but there's really compelling desire for me to see you guys because I could just hear the way Kuya Jun talks. I could just hear Kuya Christian. Wow! Ganun din si Ate Daisy. So many misunderstandings had transpired, and of course, I did sometimes thoughtless words. My thoughtless words had worsened after some time, in looking back. It's nice to realize the distinction between what's real, what happened, and versus the ideal. This should have happened. It's two very different things. What really happened, what transpired, and what could have happened if, for example, if times had been different, if this person didn't quote and unquote meddle, if some communications had not been disrupted, this could have happened. No use really going each of the what ifs because it all boils down to what really happened and what is here and what is now. I'm trusting my instinct first and foremost because I didn't hear directly from Kuya June and from Kuya Christian. Of course, Kuya Emil has left the employ of Seagulls. I don't know since when, but I haven't heard from them lately. It's just that I trust the connection that I established with them when we lived under one roof. I trust the relationship we had built, the trust. I could still hear the words that they would be saying. And so, even if I become assume again, I would readily do it again. I would assume that I am still welcome at Tagaytay, at Seagulls. I would assume that what they told me before um, I was let out, for I went back to Lucena, still holds true up to this day. For example, like when Kuya Dencio said that I found a refuge and a home there, that still holds true even to this day, because Kuya Dencio used real words. I did not imagine it, and I have not like concocted it. I did not assume it. So, Kuya Dencio, I'm going to take you up to your word, and I would assume that I am still welcome and I am still part of the family, the Seagulls family. This is in connection to my previous broadcast about the object of my faith. One of the reasons why I still feel the lightness in spite of the heavy burdens that me and my daughters are facing right now, it is because one of the reasons is that I can fall back on assurance based on a reality that I did spend some time with you guys. There is such thing as a bond that connected me to you, right? Even if somebody will tell me, I am assuming so much, and that the faith that I am holding on to is based on my own concoction, and that it's so malayo sa katotohanan, I would still choose to assume, to have this faith on you guys. When I do see them personally, this is the first thing that I'm going to thank them for. I would thank them for retraining me to think clearly under any circumstance, be it a stressful circumstances or full of pressure. It's really a, an indispensable asset to be able to think on my feet and to have this clear thinking ability, to sort out solutions to problems, exploring options in problem solving, and in maintaining a perspective that can stay above water, to value the intangibles and, treasure the intrinsic value, rather than what can only be seen by eyes and touched by hands. Um, there are things that sometimes are not discernible by mere five senses. So this is what I'm saying about a clear demonstration of what faith is all about. So I have faith in these guys. So I hope to see you soon.